Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter chapter
of Black Lives Matter. And
also Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter's finances under scrutiny once again as tax documents show the nonprofit on the brink of bankruptcy.
She has stolen money from other people on the pretext of a lie that is Black Lives Matter.
Well-known activist in Oklahoma City has been charged with wire fraud and money laundering.
An executive with Black Lives Matter is accused of siphoning more than $10 million from donors.
T. Cherie Dickerson has made many appearances in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. Thursday, she made her initial appearance in court.
She's enriched herself and she's brought 4 homes. I mean, you have to kind of appreciate the honesty. She's not hiding by any means.
This morning, I woke up to Candace Owens being outside of my house.
The face of a woman who is pretending she's afraid of right-wing pundits when in reality, she's being exposed as a fraud.
They're literally trying to destroy us.
BLM is a scam.
Clip that! Send it to the fucking news.
BLM was literally a scam. They had bought mansions, and you probably wouldn't know anything about it because you don't care about black people.
Why is Black Lives Matter important for the U.S.?
Black Lives Matter is our call to action.
It started with a Facebook post. In July 2013, following the acquittal of George Zimmerman, Alicia Garza wrote, "Black people, I love you. I love us. Our lives matter." Shortly after, Patrisse Cullors responded by adding the hashtag, writing, "Declaration. Black bodies will no longer be sacrificed for the rest of the world's enlightenment. I am done. I am so done. Trayvon, you are loved infinitely. Hashtag Black Lives Matter." Opal Tometi later helped scale the phrase through digital organizing. The hashtag gained national attention, and the three later incorporated Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. Before we continue, it's important to draw a clear boundary. This video is not an examination of Black Lives Matter's ideology, political beliefs, or statements about Marxism. Those discussions exist, and they deserve their own separate analysis. For this report, we're focusing on one narrow claim: whether the available financial and legal records support the claim that Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation operated as a scam. First, let's look at the definition of a financial scam. A financial scam is an unlawful, deceptive scheme designed to trick individuals or organizations into losing money, property, or personal information. Now let's continue. After the death of George Floyd on May 25, 2020, the following month saw a large surge in corporate donations to racial justice organizations. More than 1,100 groups received funding. Major corporations publicly donated millions. Facebook announced $10 million to racial justice groups. Amazon committed $10 million split across organizations like the NAACP and Equal Justice Initiative. Nike pledged $40 million over 4 years. Apple confirmed donations without disclosing totals. Many organizations received funding after George Floyd's death in 2020. But for BLM, it was different. BLM had a movement with hashtag Black Lives Matter attracting the eyes of many. And then there came the allegations. About a year after the protests, public attention shifted. The question was no longer how much money had been raised. The question became simpler. Where did the money go? Some of the first public criticism came from families whose loved ones had become central symbols of the movement. Breonna Taylor's mother, Tamika Palmer, publicly criticized Black Lives Matter affiliated groups. She stated that she had never personally dealt with BLM Louisville and described the organization as fraudulent. In the same comments, She also accused Kentucky State Representative Attica Scott of fraud. Other families raised similar concerns.
They had reciprocated money in the name of my son. I tried to talk to the lady. I had a Zoom with her like 4 months ago. She hung up the phone on me. I mean, it's just sad that they came into this fight with the wrong intentions and took advantage of us mothers and fathers because we were vulnerable, because the police had killed our children. And I want them out the fight, because if you came in here with the wrong intentions, you can't fix it when you already wrong. And it's just sad that Patrice Cullors will get on all these newscasts and fabricate stories about they easy to contact. And I've been trying to get in contact with them for 5 years. I'm 52 years old, sir. I ain't never seen Patrice Cullors in Los Angeles ever in my life. And this is where I was born and raised at. And then to find out she from the Valley, but you're not doing nothing for the community in Los Angeles. You the head of Black Lives Matter Global Network, and Melina Abdullah is your tail. I don't understand how you got $1 million movie deal, how she got a contract with Levi's. I mean, you buying homes and you say you buying them for your family, but your family is still alive, but our children are dead. They never coming back.
Anytime you have activists, people, we don't even know where these people come from, that's be speaking on behalf of our children. We never asked them to represent us. And then you rep the benefits for movie deals and book deals, and you develop a platform off our children, off our dead children. Absolutely. So we're gonna call it what it is.
As these statements spread, attention turned to money and to who was getting paid.
Black Lives Matter's finances under scrutiny once again as tax documents show the nonprofit on the brink of bankruptcy.
The movement swept the nation.
What do we want? Justice!
But a bright spotlight comes with intense scrutiny. Following the murder of George Floyd in 2020, supporters donated a staggering $90 million to Black Lives Matter. The nonprofit has spent most of that money, ending last year with a $9 million deficit.
You've been following Black Lives Matter more broadly. They've had a lot of issues as of late.
Yeah, absolutely. Not as of late. From the start, $1 billion stand, they don't know where it is.
Federal filings from 2020 to 2022 show just a third, $30 million, went to other charitable organizations. $22 million went to expenses. This includes millions paid to board members and family members of co-founder Patrice Cullors.
So you have systemic corruption at the top with the president of BLM, Patrice Cullors, 4 years ago. She was called out for buying mansions. I think she's up to 4.
For example, $1.6 million went to the father of Cullors' child for security services. Another $2.1 million went to BLM board member Shaloma Bowers for consulting.
An executive with Black Lives Matter is accused of siphoning more than $10 million from donors. The claim was made in a court filing by the grassroots arm of the organization. Shalomaya Bowers is named in the suit along with their consulting firm. Bowers has denied the claims, calling the accusations harmful, divisive, and false.
Patrice Cullors left BLM leadership in 2021 after documents revealed she spent millions on luxury homes in LA and Georgia. She took to Instagram last week, writing, quote, "For the last 2.5 years, I've been relentlessly attacked by the media. So many lies and so much mis and disinformation. They are hell-bent on destroying my life."
She's a Marxist, so Marxists steal money from other people and they enrich themselves until the people that they stole from are poor. And so she has stolen money from other people on the pretext of a lie that is Black Lives Matter, and she's enriched herself and she's brought 4 homes. I mean, you have to kind of appreciate the honesty. She's not hiding by any means, and so, yeah, I tend to agree with you here. She's a communist through and through, and she's been unbelievably unapologetic in her approach.
In at least one confirmed case, a BLM-affiliated chapter later faced fraud charges.
T. Cherie Dickerson has made many appearances in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. Thursday, she made her initial appearance in court, accused of using donations to the organization on herself. The indictment alleges the local OKC BLM chapter accepted charitable donations through its affiliates, and that Dickerson spent more than $3 million on things like vacations, clothes, and even real estate here in OKC.
Other cases often cited online involved groups using the Black Lives Matter name, but not formally connected to the national organization.
Leader of a group called Black Lives Matter of Greater Atlanta was arrested by the FBI today on fraud charges. Agents raided a home in Toledo, Ohio, and arrested Sir Major Page, whose real name is Tyreek Conyers Page. He's accused of using more than $200,000 in donations from the Black Lives Matter of Greater Atlanta social media page to pay for personal items. That includes food, entertainment, furniture, and tailored suits. The FBI says he told people asking about the money that it would be going to causes related to social justice and the George Floyd case. Sir Major Page's organization is not affiliated with Black Lives Matter of Atlanta, despite having a similar name.
Let's look in the books. What you're looking at here is an IRS Form 990. An IRS Form 990 is a nonprofit's public tax return. It shows how much money came in, where it went, and who was paid. These documents are filed under penalty of perjury. This filing covers the calendar year beginning July 1st, 2020 and ending June 30th, 2021. It was signed in 2022 by Shalomia Bowers. Now let's look at what the filing actually shows. The board structure is small. 2 board members are listed. The former managing director, Kaylee Scales, is listed with a salary of $139,625. Patrice Cullors is listed as executive director with a reported salary of $0 for this period. Next are independent contractor payments. These are not salaries. These are payments to outside firms. One of the largest payments listed is to Bowers Consulting, totaling just over $2 million. The services described include administrative support, strategy, communications, fundraising support, campaign management, and executive support. Another payment, totaling nearly $1 million, went to Trap Heels LLC, a media and creative firm owned by Damon Turner, the father of Patrice Cullors' child. Another payment, totaling more than $800,000, went to Cullors Protection LLC, a security firm owned by Paul Cullors, Patrice Cullors' brother. These payments are listed in the filing as professional services. These payments are legal on their face. Nonprofits are allowed to hire contractors, including firms connected to leadership, as long as the work is documented and the compensation is not excessive. The filing also shows that nearly $26 million were issued as grants to other organizations during this period. The full list of grant recipients is extensive, but most of the recipients were local BLM chapters. They also contributed to the nonprofits of George Floyd, Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin, and Oscar Grant. Total functional expenses for the year come out to just over $37 million. Next, real estate. The filing shows approximately $3 million spent on land and just under $3 million spent on buildings, totaling roughly $6 million. This is the Studio City property that later became known as a campus. In November 2023, the organization hosted an event at this property, inviting families affected by police violence.
We are at the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation's Creators House, and this is a space really for Black people to come and dream and envision the liberated future that we're trying to create in the world. This space has also served as a safe place for Black organizers and Black activists as they're strategizing and figuring out how to build the blueprint. This welcome dinner in particular, when we think about system-impacted families, they are people who have suffered the trauma and pain of white supremacy. The critics and the naysayers would have you believe that we've done something improper by creating this safe haven and this safe place for Black people to dream anew. But really, it's just a reminder of the double standards that exist in society for Black folks. When white organizations buy property, purchase property, when white foundations buy property and purchase property, it's seen as a wise and safe investment in order to achieve your mission, right? When Black foundations do it, it's ill-informed and unwise.
Now, revenue. Total revenue and gains for this period reached just under $80 million. Then there's this section. In the supplemental information, the organization states that after a selection process, it chose an advisor and invested $32 million during the month ending June 30th, 2021. This is investment activity. That money was not spent. It was moved into managed investments. Now, personal property. Colors purchased multiple homes prior to 2020. These purchases occurred before the large influx of donation money. In March 2021, reports surfaced that she had purchased a home in Topanga Canyon for approximately $1.4 million.
I have never taken a salary from the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. And that's important because what the right-wing media is trying to say is the donations that people gave to Black Lives Matter went towards my spending. And that is categorically untrue and incredibly dangerous.
So you haven't taken a salary. So your income that you use to make whatever purchases you've made have come from outside income. You've mentioned on your IG, and other people have talked about speeches, studio deals, book deals for your book when they call you a terrorist. Your income has not come from working directly with BLM, GM.
Have you ever used money from BLM to pay for your home or the homes of your family members or any other funds that were donated to Black Lives Matter to essentially enrich yourself?
No, I have never used Black Lives Matter donations to pay for any of the properties that I owned in the past or own right now. You know, the idea that Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation received millions of dollars and then I hid those dollars in my bank account is absolutely false.
Is there any truth to the reports that your family has been hired to work at the property that was purchased by Black Lives Matter?
While my brother is the head of security and my mom and sister did work at the property, there are also dozens of other people who work in the organization that are Black folks and are doing amazing work. It's not like I literally, opened up the bank accounts and was like, I'm bringing all my family and friends in. Folks had skill sets. It's been a really bizarre experience to know the truth and to have false and misinformation be spread about me, especially around my own personal resources that I've worked my ass off to attain.
2022 IRS Form 990 shows a significant drop in revenue compared to the surge years. Prior year revenue is listed at approximately $8.4 million. Current year revenue drops to roughly $4.6 million. Assets, however, remain. This pattern is consistent with a surge tied to a specific historical moment, followed by a return toward baseline levels. Finally, the dispute with Tides Foundation.
Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation is suing Tides Foundation, which is a nonprofit that manages cash for nonprofits who don't have status with the IRS, so smaller nonprofits. BLM GNF is saying that they entrusted $33 million to Tides Foundation back in 2020 when they did not have status with the IRS. In 2021, when they asked for that cash back, Tides refused and said they were giving money to other BLM chapters.
As of late 2024, the case remains unresolved. So what do the books show? They show payments. They show grants. They show property purchases. They show investments. They show declining revenue after a historic surge. What they do not show is proof of a financial scam. They also do not resolve questions of trust, governance, or judgment. And that's where this lands. The books don't prove a scam. They also don't restore trust. That's why BLM scam remains a claim, not a conclusion.